Pending payments are one of the biggest bottleneck in any businesses, not because customers don't want to pay, but because follow-ups are inconsistent. In many cases, reminders are either delayed, forgotten, or handled manually, which makes the collection process slow and inefficient. Because of this, payments get pushed further, cash flow is affected, and valuable time is spent cashing customers. To improve this, you need a system that can follow up consistently without any manual effort. In this video, I will show you how to automatically send WhatsApp reminder messages for pending payments at scheduled intervals until the payment is completed. This ensures complete follow-up while saving your time and improving your collections. Let me show you how this works. The workflow that you are looking at on my screen is the workflow with the help of which we can send automated payment reminders to our customer until they pay us. Let me first explain you this workflow. Now what will happen inside this workflow? At first, this particular workflow with the help of this schedule by Pabbly will get triggered at a specific time interval of the day. Right now, I have set this time as 10 a.m. So this means that every day at 10 a.m. our workflow will get triggered. At first, with the help of this Google Sheet, our workflow will fetch all the details that are added inside my Google Sheet. Inside this Google Sheet, you can see these are the details of 3 different customers whose payment is either pending or paid. I have added all the details about my customer inside this sheet. Now this workflow will at first fetch all the details added inside this Google Sheet in an array format. Then with the help of this iterator, we will extract the details of each customers one by one. After that, with the help of this filter, we will filter those particular customers to which we want to send a reminder message. Inside my Google Sheet, you can see the status for 2 of these customers here is added as pending. This means that we will send reminder message to only those customers whose payment status is pending. So with the help of this filter, we will filter our customers. Then with the help of this WhatsApp message, we will successfully send a WhatsApp reminder message to our client. And as there is a thin line between sending messages as a reminder to your customer and sending messages as a spams, that's why inside this workflow we have added this particular step, number formatter and Google Sheet, with the help of which we will send this particular reminder to our customer only 3 times. Inside my Google Sheet, I have added this column reminder count. This particular column has these numbers added as 2, 2 and 1. Once we have sent 3 continuous reminders to our customer, our workflow will stop sending reminders to that particular customer. With the help of this small details that I have added inside my workflow, we will save our business from getting blocked by Meta because of scam. Now what I will do, I will show you the demo of this workflow. For that, at first I will change the time of this trigger from this 10 a.m. to 5:15 p.m. So I will change my time from here. I will select this 5:15 p.m. and then I will click on this save and send test request button. Instantly you will see that the trigger for my workflow is set at this 7:15 p.m. Now we just have to wait up till this 7:15. Then inside my WhatsApp account, I will show you instantly I will receive a message reminder. Now you have seen the demo. If you also want to set up this kind of automated payment reminder system for your own business, then just stay connected for the next 10 to 15 minutes. I will demonstrate you step by step how you can create this automation inside your own Pabbly Connect account. For that, if you are a new user here, open a new tab and search for pabbly.com/connect. After that, you will get directed on the landing page of Pabbly Connect. From there, you have to click on the sign up free button to create your free account. After that, from the all apps page of Pabbly, click on the access now button inside the Pabbly Connect box to access the dashboard of Pabbly chat flow. Inside the dashboard, you just have to click on this create workflow button. Then you will get directed on this particular page where at first this add trigger button will be visible to you. You just have to click on this add trigger button to select your trigger application. This trigger application is like the event with the help of which we want our workflow to get triggered. For my trigger application, as I want my workflow to get triggered every day at a specific time interval, that's why I will use schedule by Pabbly. For that, I have to click on this plus button and simply select this schedule by Pabbly from here. For this application event, select this schedule workflow, press this connect button. You will receive these 3 fields. How often you want to run your workflow. From this, as we want our workflow to get triggered every day, that's why we have to select this every day. Then from this time box, we have to select the time at which we want our workflow to get triggered. From this clock given here, you can select any time as you want. For my time, I will select it as this 10 a.m. Then I will click on this save button. Instantly you will see that here my workflow is scheduled successfully for every day at 10 a.m. Asia Kolkata time zone. If you want to change your time zone, click on this hyperlink given here. From there, you can easily change the time zone for yourself. After setting up this trigger application, we have to work on our action steps. Those action steps will be the response toward this particular step. Now, first of all, for our first action application, as soon as our workflow gets triggered, we want our workflow to perform the first action as get all the details that are added inside the Google Sheet inside our Pabbly Connect account. So in here, we will use our action application as Google Sheet. To add an action application, click on this plus button. Then you can simply search for the application that you want from the search box, or if the application that you want is visible here, you can also select that. This Google Sheet is visible here, so I just have to click over this to select it. For this application event, as we want to get rows inside our Pabbly Connect account, that's why I search for get rows and then simply select this. After selecting this, you have to create a connection between this particular application and Pabbly Connect. For that, press this connect button. You will receive these two options if you are creating a connection: add new connection and select existing connection. So if you have already established a connection, go with the select existing connection. But to create a new connection, select this, then press this sign in with Google button. On the left side here, Pabbly Connect will detect your account, so you have to select your account from here. Then on the next page, just scroll down, click on this continue button. Your connection will get created successfully. Here my connection is created. So after our connection is created, we have to select this spreadsheet and sheet. So for inside my Google Sheet, the name of my spreadsheet is worksheet and the name of my sheet is website leads. So that's why in here also I will select my spreadsheet as worksheet. Then after that, for this sheet, I will select it as website leads. Next, I have to add the range of the sheet which I want to get inside my Pabbly Connect account, as I want to get all the rows added in there. So the columns that I want inside my Google Sheet are this from A to I, and for this rows, as I don't want this first row because here the heading is added. I want the row from here. That's why inside my Google Sheet, I have to add this A to ratio I. So I will open my Pabbly Connect account, and inside this range box, I will type down this A to ratio, and then I will press this capital I. Here I've added this range also. For this format, I will select this as advanced because I want all the details added inside my Google Sheet in a single response. That's why I have changed my response format. Now I'll press this save and send test request button. Inside my response, you can see I have successfully received this single response where all the details about all the 3 rows added inside my Google Sheet are provided here. So this means that my Google Sheet is successfully integrated with Pabbly Connect. Now we have to work on our next application. For that, as I want to use iterator, with the help of which we will extract all the details of our customer one by one so that we can send them messages one by one. This means that we will take help of iterator to process this array from here. Click on this plus button, then simply select this iterator by Pabbly from here. For this application event, select this process arrays, then press this connect button. Inside this drop down, we have to select the array response that we have received inside our Pabbly Connect account to process this. You just have to select this, press this save and send test request button. Instantly you can see all the details that were added inside our Google Sheet are provided here. And this is the details of our first customer that was added in the first row of our Google Sheet. So what this iterator will do, after we have successfully sent the message to this particular customer, this iterator will get the details of the second person added inside the second row. This means that this iterator will extract one by one all the details of our customer to which we want to send reminder messages. So we have extracted the details of this customer here. Now we just have to send this person a reminder message. For that, we have to click on this plus button. Then we have to search for this WhatsApp Cloud API. So I will search for it from here. It is visible here. So you just have to select this application. For this application event, to send a text message, we have to select this send text message. Then to create a connection, press this connect button. You will receive these two options again: add new connection and select existing connection. Here I will show you how to create a connection for the first time. I will select this add new connection. Then in here we have to add this token, phone number ID, and WhatsApp business account ID. To get these details, you just have to open a new tab and search for this developers.facebook.com. You will get directed on the Meta for Developers page. If you are new on this page, in place of this My Apps, you will see Get Started will be written. You have to click on that and create an application for yourself. After creating an application, this My Apps will be visible to you. So click on this My Apps. All the applications that you have created for yourself will be visible to you. From here, select any application that you want, like I will select this Sun Creations. Inside this application, this WhatsApp will be available on the left column. You have to click on this drop down, select this API setup from here. This page will be visible to you where you just have to click on this generate access token button to generate an access token for yourself. Just click on this reconnect button to connect your Facebook account and generate your token. You can see my token is generated. So I just have to copy this from here and paste it inside this token box. For this phone number ID and WhatsApp business account ID also, you have to go back, copy this phone number ID from here, paste it inside this phone number ID box. For this WhatsApp business account ID also, go back, copy this and paste it in here. After adding these details, click on the save button and your connection will get created successfully. Here my connection is created. Next I have to add this recipient's WhatsApp mobile number and the message which I want to send them. Inside this mobile number box, I will map the number provided by my customer from this iterator step. So I will search for it. Here it is the number of my customer. I just have to click over this and it is mapped successfully. My workflow is almost complete. Now if you also want to improve your payment collections and reduce manual follow-ups, I highly recommend you start using Pabbly Connect right now, because with Pabbly Connect you can create workflows that will help you maintain consistent communication with customer and ensures that payment are collected more efficiently. And the best part here is, by purchasing yearly or lifetime subscription plan of Pabbly, you can get thousands of tasks every month so that you can create your workflows seamlessly without getting worried about tasks. And if you will use this coupon code JAIYT that is visible right in front of you, you can also avail exciting discount on our yearly and lifetime subscription plan. So you can use my coupon code JAIYT. I have also added it in the description box to get a discount on your subscription. After adding this mobile number, I will add this reminder message which I want to send to my customer. I have added this static message which I want to send to my customer. Now I will take help of mapping to map the details of my customer to make this particular message more personalized. This means that with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can also send personalized messages to your customer by taking help of mapping. Now I will map data so that every time I will receive a new response inside my Google Sheet, automatically the details of my customers will get changed instead of remaining static. So this means that mapping is absolutely important for your workflow to run smoothly. Now I will use mapping. So to map data, you just have to press this slash button. Then from this drop down of iterator, you have to select the value that you want to map here. In front of this hi, I want to map the name of my customer. That's why I will click on this name and it is mapped successfully. So just like this, I will quickly map all the details of my customer which I want to send them inside this reminder message. Here I have successfully added this message and I have mapped the name, amount, due date and payment link for my customer so that they can pay for their payment. After adding these details, just click on this save and send test request button and this message will get sent successfully to your customer. I have successfully sent this message to my customer. Now I will open my WhatsApp account. In here you can see this new message is sent successfully to Rahul Sharma. This means that our WhatsApp Cloud API step is integrated successfully with our Pabbly Connect account. Now as I have sent this message to my customer, but I don't want to send this message to all of my customers. Instead, I will take help of filter, with the help of which I will filter and send messages to only those customers whose payment status is pending. So I will click on this plus button, select this filter by Pabbly from here. For this application event, select this filter value, press this connect button. Then you have to select the label with the help of which you want to create a filter. So from this drop down, inside this iterator response, I will select this status as pending. For this filter type, I will not change this. Inside this value box, I will just type down this text pending so that we can send reminder messages to only those customers whose payment status is pending. This means that this filter will work only if the status of that particular customer is pending. After adding these details, click on this save and send test request button. But in here, I will add one more label with the help of which you can save your business from getting blocked by Meta. Click on this add button. Then for this label, from this drop down, select this particular reminder count. After that, you can see here this reminder count is added as 3. For this filter type, select this less than. Inside this value box, I will add this 3, but you can add reminder number as per your preference. After adding this, just click on this save and send test request button. I have received my response as error because as the status was pending, but the reminder count was exactly 3 and not less than 3. This means that to this particular customer, we cannot send a reminder message. Here we have successfully set up this filter. Now we have to work on our next step. So here, after sending a reminder to our customer, we have to update that we have sent them a reminder inside our Google Sheet. So for that, we have to click on this plus button and select this Google Sheet again from here. For this application event, to update a row, select this application event as update row, then press this connect button. I've already shown you how you can establish a connection between Google Sheet and Pabbly Connect. That's why I will go with this select existing connection. I directly press this save button. My connection is created and I have also selected this spreadsheet and Google Sheet. Next, I have to add this row index which I want to update inside my Google Sheet. This we will get from this response of our iterator. From this drop down, I just have to click over this row index and it is mapped successfully. Now as I want to update only this reminder count and last reminder send date, that's why in here I will just add data inside this fields due date and last reminder send. So inside this last reminder send, we have to add today's date. But as we have not received inside our response today's date, this means that we have to add one more action application, date and time formatter, with the help of which we will extract today's date. Then for this reminder count, we have to increase the reminder count number that is added inside this Google Sheet. This means that we have to perform a math operation with this earlier existing reminder number. This means that we have to add one more action application, number formatter, with the help of which we will increase the number of this reminder count by 1 every time we will send a reminder to our customer. Now we just have to click on the save button to save this step. After that, I will add 2 more steps inside my workflow. At first, I will use date and time formatter, and then I will use number formatter. So I will click on this plus button here, and I will search for this date and time formatter at first, because with the help of this application, we will extract today's date. To extract today's date, for this application event, you have to select this current date, press this connect button. Then for this format, you have to select the date in which you want your date. So I will select this particular format. After that, I'll press this save and send test results button. Instantly, you can see I have received today's date. Now I can map this date inside my Google Sheet application. Now I will add my last application, number formatter, with the help of which we will increase the number of our reminder count. I will search for this number formatter. It is visible here. Just select this for this application event. As we want to perform a math operation, that's why select this perform math operation application event. Press this connect button. Then inside this box, you have to add the number on which you want to perform a math operation. So I will map the earlier existing reminder count. I will press the slash. From this iterator drop down, I will select this reminder count. For this operation, from this drop down, I will select it as add. Then as we also want to increase this number by 1, that's why I will just put a comma in front of this number. After that, I will add this text 1, because here you can see here the text is written. You can enter the comma separated values to perform the operation. Here this example is also given 100, 200 for 100 plus 200. So I've added this 3, 1 for 3 plus 1. So I'll just press this save and send test results button. Instantly you can see I have received my response as 4, which is exactly one number above this reminder count 3. Now I can map this data also inside my Google Sheet. So I will open this application. In here you can see I have successfully mapped this last reminder send date and also this reminder count. I will just save this step, and with this I have successfully completed the creation of my workflow. So this is how you can also create this WhatsApp payment reminder system inside your own Pabbly Connect account. That's it for now. If you want to use my workflow, then for you I will add a link of this workflow in the description box so that you can use it from there. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your team members. If you have any doubt, you can ask them anytime in the comment box. My team will help you instantly. Now I will suggest you to start setting up this automation as soon as possible, because the longer payments stay pending, the more it impacts your business's cash flow. Link and coupon codes are in the description box, so go and automate your payment follow-ups right now. Not just these, you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you want to purchase your subscription, you can check out the pricing at this particular website. And if you have any doubt, you can email us at sales@pabbly.com. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your team members. And if you found our content useful, you can also subscribe to the YouTube channel of Pabbly.